Okay, up next is the Montana Grizzly Encounter.
This is located between Bozeman and the north entrance to Yellowstone and would be a nice little stop on the way.
So what this is a bear park. So you pay your money to come in. I think for us it costs about $30 to enter for our family of 4. You literally just park and here's the bear for you.
We've been to many bear parks before. The Grizzly and Wolf Discovery Center is in West Yellowstone and is a highly educational facility, but the bears aren't as close. Bearizona, near the Grand Canyon, is a drive-through park with many bears and other animals and is probably the best bear park we've ever seen. Bear World in Rexburg, Idaho is also a drive-through park, but is much more kid-friendly and has been a source of memories and joy for us because we've taken our kids there many times over the years.
This one is not on par with those when you are talking about the facilities or the exhibits. There's almost no interpretation here or exhibits or anything like that. You basically just park and you walk out here. This little area right here is what you see, and they bring out one bear at a time. And right now Bella is out there and she is so playful, and she's just throwing the stick around and batting it around, and she's playing in the water, and that has been really cool. So while this is not the same as many of the other bear parks that we've been to, I would say that this is probably the closest I've seen a grizzly bear and the most playful that I've seen a grizzly bear. Not as long of an activity as one of the other places that we've been to. I also don't think it's quite as expensive as those other places. And the pass is good for 2 days, which is, we're gonna be coming back through here tomorrow, so maybe we'll stop and see what bear is out here tomorrow. I don't mean to downplay it at all, because the thing is, if you're gonna go to a bear park, you wanna see the bear, and this is a really up close and great way to see a grizzly bear. I was asking Cheryl, what do you think? Would you rather see a grizzly bear in captivity up this close playing around, or would you rather see one in the wild that's way far off like you might see in Lamar Valley and Yellowstone? She was actually a little conflicted on that, and I probably am too, actually. It's really cool to see them up close. The skulls are just so enormous. The claws are like that long. I mean, it is really cool. She's so fun. She is. That is super cool. I've never seen one even close to this close in the wild. They're rescued bears. Typically, they're rescued when bears start to go into neighborhoods and feed on people's garbage and stuff like that. In fact, over here, there's a couple of coolers that they have, like a drink cooler or an ice cooler, that are just torn apart. So you can tell that they've let the bears have at it and have just shredded these things apart. So, you know, when the bears kind of get too comfortable around humans, they either have to put them down or have them come and stay at a place like this. So it's really nice that there are places like this that are around here. The guy here told our group here that these bears eat 25 pounds of meat a day. He says he estimates it costs around $2,000 a day to feed one bear. That's crazy. So a lot of that food is donated by grocery stores and hunters and things like that that help, you know, keep these guys alive and stuff like that, and help keep these places going, which again is great because then they won't put the bears down if you have a place to put them. There are bears that are killed. In fact, the famous bear 399, she's been wandering around Grand Teton National Park, and she famously had 4 cubs that were wandering around with her. I think just this last, like maybe a month ago, they had to put one of them down because she was getting too comfortable around the city, around people. So anyway, this I would say is worth a stop. Again, I think it's a little cheaper than some of the other bear parks. And again, the point of coming to a bear park is to see the bear up close. So that is fantastic.